Yeah. I don't know what I was about to ramble for no reason. Ten of Cups. No, the Lovers is trying to come out. Just warning you. Eight of Cups, Two of Cups, the Moon. There's that confusion, that foggy energy where I was just completely lost as to what this whole thing was about. Two of Cups is soulmate, romantic or platonic, but it is clarifying Ten of Cups. So, a lot of you are looking away from any confusing energy, any mystery, and in your family, any secrets or something, any... I don't know why I want to say two-faced for some reason, and I think it's because this came out after the Lovers, and they're both pretty much the exact same cards. Like, at least in this tarot deck, it's the same characters. So, I don't know, it just made me think two faces each, and there could be in your family or in your, like, circle of people that you call your family, like your chosen family, there could be maybe, like, people that are quite two-faced, and it feels like you're walking away from joining in, or you're walking away from the idea that you have to do the same as what they're doing, and it's leading you to the Ten of Cups, in you creating a very, very safe, stable place to be honest and be real and not have to pretend and not have to be fake and not have to keep face with certain people. You're being very, very authentic in yourself, and I love it so much, and I think there's a massive change. There's a massive change. Maybe in the past you were a people pleaser or something, or you were, without realizing it, becoming two-faced because you were too scared or you didn't want to break the peace or something, so you didn't say how you felt. And yeah, I just feel like any deep hidden feelings, or I just got resentment, deep hidden resentment you have for anyone or anything, you're walking away from keeping it hidden, or you're walking away from people that had you harboring resentment for them. You're walking away from that. If it felt too heavy, if it felt like you had to keep too many secrets to keep the peace, you're like, fine, I'll keep the secrets, but I don't want to keep you. Like, there's maybe a relationship that you're walking away from in the past where you had to actually lie to save them, to keep them in, like, ties with you or something. And so you're walking away because you're like, if I have to lie, I don't really want, like, it's not a really genuine thing anyway. And as you're walking away, you're walking straight towards your Two of Cups and your Ten of Cups. Nine of Cups, all about adoring yourself. Clarifying that Nine of Cups, you have Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles. No, you don't. Did the King of Pentacles come out already? Because I'm pretty sure King of Pentacles, King of Swords are what came out in the first reading I did, because I said that was 3 out of the 4 cards. 3 out of the 4 cards, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and King of Swords were 3 out of the 4, and the 4th one was the King of Pentacles. So I'm glad that the same reading's coming up that I gave up on. So, clarify Nine of Cups of you adoring yourself and really looking after yourself in every way you can. You then have somebody showing you more love than they've ever shown you or something. And if you're single, then this is just somebody showing you a lot of love. And it's coming in right after, I think, you've walked away from false connections, or walked away from having to pretend and having to be someone you weren't or something. Your love life is picking up and changing drastically. King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, you don't actually see this person truthfully, or you don't see them for who they are because they show up differently to you. And that's not because they're being consciously two-faced. They're not being two-faced, they are just, they treat you differently to how they treat the world. To you, obviously, it's different. Your relationship, the relationship they have to you, immediately is they want to show you love, they want to show you affection, adoration. To the world, this is the King of Pentacles. This is someone genuine. This is Knight of Pentacles also on the floor. Somebody that may not realise they are Knight of Pentacles. They may think that's something they have to work to. They'll become that type of man, they'll become that type of woman that is solid, that is trustworthy, that people can come to, that they'll become that one. They may always feel like they're chasing that, chasing it. One day there'll be enough, and it feels as if they are already the King of Pentacles. You wouldn't be able to convince them of it though. And yeah, the way they're showing up to you when you're face to face with them is just like Knight of Cups. Puppy dog eyes is what's coming through for some reason. Puppy dog eyes is somebody that it's just that look in their eyes where you're just like, are you in love with me? Why are you looking at me like that? There's a look in their eyes, and King of Pentacles, they're not like that around other people. You may underestimate them, or you may think not lesser of them, but you may not see their true colours or something of how they are in the world, because they are different around you. Because they want to be softer with you, they want to be kinder with you, they want to show more love with you. They're not going to do that with everyone else. So just because of that, you can't actually see the type of person you're dealing with or something. And also, Knight of Cups can sometimes be like a very much sweet talker. So you immediately will probably go red flag. Like you're saying everything I want to hear, red flag. Like you're very practiced at this, you're very good at this. Is this kind of energy, and it's like maybe they are practiced, who knows? But at the end of the day, they're showing you love. This is someone at their heart, at their core, they are a King of Pentacles, and they want to show you love and affection. So they're going to, and it's not like yeah. Unfortunately, why am I getting salt and sugar look the same? Is what's coming through with Knight of Cups. And so you may have dealt with salty people in the past that could pretend to be a Knight of Cups. And this is sugar. This person is sugar. Sugar and spice and everything nice just came through. Yeah, and so salt and sugar look the same. You are probably not, or this could be someone from, you already maybe know who I'm talking about, where this is someone you may have expected they were just playing you or something because they said all the right things at all the right times. But like I say, if this is someone that is sugar, of course they're going to be nice, and of course they're going to say the right things. Clarifying King of Swords, you have High Priestess. Funny thing is, I was wanting to say, but I got kind of caught up. Trust your intuition. Listen to your own intuition. It's time to go within, and not a time to ask opinions of friends or family or anything like that. Because unfortunately, they probably will project their own things and experiences onto you. So if there's anything you need help with, obviously, talk to someone. Don't get my words twisted. But if there's more you trying to figure out your own feelings, and you're figuring out your own mind, and you're figuring out, yourself, go within, and something around this King of Swords. There's the confusion. That's where my first reading went all haywire. Seven of Cups, illusion. There's so much confusion and daydreaming. And because of your daydreaming, so you're like daydreaming, and then you're like, is this the truth? Is this the truth? You're under certain illusions. It could be because someone could very much remind you of someone else in your life, or someone from the past that you were with or something, and so because they remind you of them, you're immediately like, maybe they even look like them with that sugar and salt look the same. Maybe they even look similar, and then you immediately like backflash, and you think that this person is the same, and they're not the same. Listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, listen to your feelings. If you're someone that's but then, with the High Priestess here, a lot of you are sensitive souls in the best way. You're sensitive to all the different, vibrations and frequencies. And so you might find yourself feeling extra calm around someone. Good sign. Pay attention to how your body feels in someone's presence, rather than the mind, because it's just, with the Seven of Cups, I feel like there's so much confusion, and I already picked up on that by having to stop the first time I did this reading. I've never been so confused, and I kept trying to push myself to carry the reading on, because I knew there was something that needed to get out, And then in the end I just gave up because I wasn't speaking. I was just sat here looking at the cards like... So, yeah. 5 of Wands, clarifying 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands is conflict. 5 of Wands is, you're at war with yourself. You're like figuring out what you want or something. What you want with life, what type of life you want to live. Do you want to live out in the nowhere on a beautiful, big, you know, what's it called? Or do you want to live in a city? Or do you want to have a beautiful, big family? Or do you want to be a businessman or woman? Or do you want to do both? Or do you want to do this? And do you want to do this? And I think the 10 of Pentacles to me is like long-term future. It's the tree of life. There's stability, there's money sometimes, there's riches. But also, with the 5 of Wands there seems to be conflict around what you want to build or what life you want to live. And it's almost like as well with the confusion thing. Maybe in the past, the things you thought you wanted, you were very wrong about. So now you're like, maybe I invest in the things I don't want. Like this is all this confusion, all of this foggy energy. Let's clarify 9 of Pentacles fell on the floor. I'm really curious as to why. All of these cards are all wrong. Clarify 9 of Pentacles. Clarify 9 of Pentacles. No, too many. Clarify 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Okay. 3 of Swords. King of Wands on the bottom, and this one started with Queen of Wands. Now King of Wands just chucked itself out, so that's interesting. So, fear. 3 of Swords is fear. 3 of Swords is causing yourself pain from the amount of fear you have. You're breaking your own heart through fearing things that aren't actually happening. So you're suffering twice, in theory, if the actual thing that you're worrying about actually happens. You've already worried about it and you're suffering twice. And if it doesn't happen, you've worried for nothing. Like, you're hurting yourself by being so worried about something. You're trying to, like, you want all the answers before something happens, and you can't see the future, and you want to see the future, and you can't. And the High Priestess here, it's like someone intuitive, like I said, but then King of Swords is the opposite. King of Swords is someone unemotional, someone black and white thinking, someone very smart, like book smart, and so it's like, if you're someone that's usually very tapped in and intuitive, and feel into situations, you're feeling very not that right now, and you're not seeing something, so then you're fearing because you can't see the path forward, and you can't see the perfect way to go, and you can't feel into where you're supposed to go, and then it's creating like a conflict about what you invest in with the 10 of Pentacles. What kind of life do you want? What kind of path do you want to go down next? I want to say, a lot of this confusion, since it's all stemming from fear by the looks of it, I know this might sound silly, but it's something about taking life more like a game and playing life more like a game. And like, say you put like a VR headset on and you get transformed into some other universe for a second and you get chucked into it. And which path would you walk down? It's not so serious suddenly because you've just put on the headset and you can kind of just go, oh, this path here. Oh, this path looks exciting. This path looks calm, like fun. Oh, calm came out, that was weird. This path looks real calm, this path looks exciting. What if there wasn't a wrong path? What if it's just about walking down it, and the second if it feels wrong, just turn around? Because that's what you would do. It's a headset, it's not so serious, and I don't know, sometimes, I think we can benefit from looking at life more like it's a video game, and just seeing where our feet take us, and exploring possibilities, rather than thinking it's a massive test, and not wanting to make the wrong decision, and not wanting to make the wrong move, and trying to be very strategic, and trying, and the harder you try all the time, the more fear there is, and the more of trying to keep going. And have you ever seen someone that just doesn't take life seriously, but they seem to have a lot of success and luck come their way? And it's just like, it's because they're not trying, and it's because they're just really at ease and at peace, and trusting themselves down the path. If it feels wrong, they'll turn around and go down a different one. So I really want to say there's a lot of confusion and a lot of fear. Look at your life more like it's a game. Try to enjoy it and have fun and play. And wander the universe and wander. And wander and wander. something around love, which you have 10 of Cups, you've got 2 of Cups, you've got 9 of Cups, and if you're like questioning if someone's going to be like the past and you're worrying, unfortunately, you don't get to predict. You've just got to walk that path. I know you're watching a prediction on YouTube, but there's something about you're not going to know unless you try. You're not going to know unless you explore the option, and you'll kick yourself if this is something really, really grand and you don't explore it because of someone from the past that was crappy. You don't want that crappy person to stop you from experiencing a good person. Do you know what I mean? So try to explore if you are called to explore. Don't let fear stop you. Fear of the past betraying itself. Fear of whatever's playing in your mind. There's a lot of conflict and a lot of illusions that aren't true. You're in between you finding this stable life for yourself. The thing that's getting in your way is fearing the worst case scenario or something. So yeah, like I say, pretend to put the arrowhead down. What direction would you go in? And there's also something around that moment just feeling a lot like less pressure on your back. Because when that VR headset's on, you're playing a game for you. And that might be the 9 of Cups here. You put that VR headset on, you're enjoying that game for yourself. So this path or this path, you're not questioning what that's going to mean for your family, for your friends. You're not questioning like the domino effect of how your choices will affect others around you. You're putting that headset on, you're just like, I'm going to go this way, so I'm going to go this way. So there's something about being selfish in your choices and just letting life surprise you. Random that came through. Let life surprise you, but also surprise yourself by having the courage to move forwards, even if someone from the past has caused you to fear people like them or relationships like that. Something around career as well. Maybe there's something around your career that didn't quite work out. And so you're like fear of past or fear of how this is going to affect friends and family if it goes wrong again. And there's something about just ignoring everything and everyone, following the highest path. And then others are going to do the same with themselves, and you don't have to worry. I'm going to wrap this up here. This is a bit of a crazy reading. I'm still confused, so try to stay very grounded in your current moment. And don't get too confused or like, where's it gone? I've lost it. See, I'm feeling lost. A lot of you might be feeling quite lost here. 7 of Cups. Don't get so lost and confused that you forget where you currently are right now. Your feet are on the ground. Ground yourself. Try to be as present as possible and as in the moment as you could be in every moment or something. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything else that resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing. And I'll see you when I see you.